ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. We on the show, spread fake news. We just call it podcast. West Joey, Sam, Sean, Dalton. And you know that boy Higgy. We say he want small fries. Tell them they better make them big. Yeah, you already know what we be on.
You bet. 40. Here he goes. This place is gonna.
If we set it and set it in stone, sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
Straight steal a hole. The slide. The Cards win.
The magic is working tonight. How do you know when things are
The emotional journey to the championship.
What is up? Welcome to this week's episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, coming to you live from the Rally House Studios. I'm your host and resident Chubby King. I learned that this week. Jeremy Wallman, here my co-host for tonight. Well, right now, my only co-host for the night. He's the one and only, if I'm the tribal chief, he is the right-hand man.
The OCH.
The OCH.
Co-host.
Original co-host. There you go.
Only co-host.
Only. Joe Wallman in the building with us.
Acknowledge me.
Uncle Larry's watching with us. What's up, Unc? D-Wall Beats in the building. I had a really good joke for Sean tonight, but he is out with a wrist injury. Take that as you want, as you will.
It's probably exactly what everybody's thinking.
Be a fightist, I think. What's up, Wes Brocky in the building? Glad y'all joining us tonight. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or however, send us your questions on social. Check on the graphic below us to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media and how you can help support monetarily. While you're here on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're watching on YouTube if you can. It'll help us out more. And a quick sponsor shout out, Fitness Market, Four-Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Cherry Pickin', Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, and our title sponsor, the Rally House. It's our house. It's your house. It's Rally House. Local stuff. Got an event we're going to talk about later that we're going to be a part of. Very excited about it. Wes Keys is in here. What's up, Wes? Tom Jeffrey's in the building.
What up, TJ?
TJ, what's good? While I have to... So we're doing this a little bit differently than we normally do. It's good to know that everything's working correctly because, okay. Yeah, I think I like doing it this way. Everything looks like it's working well. I found a way to, so used to we didn't get credit for the live viewers. We only got credit for people that watch after. I think I've circumvented that and figured out a way to get us credit for the viewers ad-wise, not. Walter Hell is in the Ville.
What the hell?
Walter Hell from Atlanta is in the Ville. Gracie and I will be at the game cheering the Cards on. What's up, Wes? What's up, Gracie? What's good, Dwayne? Don is in the building. Stephen Kenley in the building. The Meat Slayer, Garrett Hoover, on here with us. We appreciate it. And we're going to shout out all of our fine sponsors. This is our normal Friday night preview show. I'm still waiting for Sam to hop on here with us. He hasn't yet, but let's get into it a little bit. A couple former Cardinals we'll see on the field tomorrow at 3:30 on ESPN2. We got Travion Cooley. Now, I know he's on the injury report. I don't know if he'll play or not, but he's on the team. And Robbie Bell, I was not aware that that's where he went. I thought, for some reason, I thought he went to Cincinnati. Louisville Charlie in the building was good. Brian McGlasson, what's up? So a couple former Cards we'll see tomorrow. Georgia Tech, the only thing that really worries me about Georgia Tech is that they're well into their season. They're 4 games into their season already. Already got 4 games under their belt. They're averaging 37 points per game and allowing only 17. And that's with the romp last week against VMI. If you take VMI out of the equation, they're averaging a 30-20 win. Haynes King is averaging 240 yards passing per game, 40 yards per game rushing. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns, 6 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. What's up, Casey? What's up, Justin McCord, my man? I appreciate y'all joining us. but that's Haynes Key's stat line. He's got 6 touchdowns, 1 interception thrown. He's responsible for 9 overall with his 3 rushing touchdowns. Their leading rusher, Jamal Haynes, is averaging 54 yards per game rushing. He's got 4 touchdowns. Their team rushing average is 179 yards per game, and they do have 13 rushing touchdowns. Now, again, it's in 4 games. It's still a lot of rushing touchdowns per game. It's about, 3? A little over 3 a game. So they're getting it done on the ground. Their leading wide receiver, they've got their wide receiving core has 7 touchdowns. They've got 4 guys with over 100 yards per game, with Rutherford leading the pack at 285, Singleton at 250. Again, all these are kind of skewed because they played 4 games. We've only played half as many games. Their field goal kicker, Burr, is 2 for 4 on the season and has not missed an extra point. He has also not hit a field goal over 44 yards this season. His career long is only 48. He is perfect in his career from under 40. That is an official CSZ jinx. We'll see if that happens tomorrow. Offense has committed only 1 turnover despite fumbling 3 times. They recovered all of them. So their only turnover of record is the 1 interception that has been thrown. Their defense has only forced 2 turnovers and has only sacked their opponent quarterback 5 times in 4 games.
5 different guys, too.
5 different guys. Effort and Harvey are their leading tacklers. Burrell, I think, is most likely to force a turnover tomorrow. Louisville, and there goes our stupid photos. Sam Basin is watching instead of being a part of the show. Well, that's kind of confusing that he is watching the show. I'm going to go ahead and throw the rally hat. I don't know why we are continuing to show pictures of the outdoors. This is why I need a dedicated device for the stupid TV.
Get that tablet back from Sean.
You don't use it no ways. All right, can we get it back up there? Or did I just stream to a different TV?
Probably.
Let's hop on here. You know what? Let's just turn this off if it's not going to cooperate. Stupid piece of crap. Apologize for that. Let me get back into the swing of things. I apologize, guys. Yeah, Sam has decided to watch the show, but not co-host the show like he's supposed to. So shout out to Sam for doing the most. Anthony says, if we win it all, I don't really have that issue. Brian says it's almost like we have anxious optimism. We know we're good, just not sure how good. I agree with that. Louisville Cardinals. What's up, Louisville Cardinals? I think Georgia Tech will give us everything they have. If we win by more than 10, I'd be impressed. If we win it all, I'd be very happy, but style points always matter. All right, so that's we broke down Georgia Tech. Louisville, they're averaging a 55.5 point to 7-point victory this year. Shuck is averaging 290 passing yards per game. He's got 6 touchdowns, 0 picks, -4 total yards rushing. We've got 4 running backs that rush for an average of 253 yards per game. Chaney's out tomorrow because of his injury. Those 4 running backs that rush for the 253 yards, Brown, Watson, and Turner. At wide receiver, Bell, Thompson, and Brooks lead the charge, accounting for 171 yards per game and 4 touchdowns total. Lacey is practicing, but his timetable for his return is Notre Dame. At the tight end position, Mark Redmond's got 2 catches. They're both touchdowns. And our field goal kicker, Travelstead, is also 2 for 4 on the year. And one of those misses was that I think it was an insane kick. That's probably, if I had to guess, I'd say 100 yards. And
I was going to say 112.
I was going to say that's where the players dwell. But 113, I think it was, and it was literally within inches of being made. In his career, he has missed 5 of 19 field goals within 39 yards. The offense has committed 0 turnovers the first 2 games. The defense has forced 3. We've got 9 sacks in 2 games, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. We've got like 20-something tackles for losses. I could not find that stat recorded on ESPN. The tackles are all spread out fairly even. It's only been 2 games, but Clark, Dawson, Quinn, MJ, and Ashton are among the leading tacklers. I would say tomorrow, Quincy Riley and MJ Griffin are voted most likely to force a turnover. Oh, yeah, Anthony, sure. And Louisville Cardinal says, yes, there's a possibility to lose tomorrow because Georgia Tech is a solid team. So if we win by 1, it's a good win. With that being said, I'd be surprised if we won by 14. Wouldn't be surprised. Just depends on how the game goes. We'll give you our predictions here soon. But yeah, that's the breakdown. We'll go directly into segment 2. Again, we like to be on a fast pace on Friday night, and there's really nothing to discuss with stats. I'm giving the stats. Joey, what does Louisville need to do to defeat Georgia Tech tomorrow?
Put pressure on Haynes King. I think if we can stop their run game, which I think I don't have really a whole lot of doubt that we can, and we can force Georgia Tech to have to put the ball in the air 35 to 40 times. Like you said, Quincy Riley and those guys, they're going to feast. But I think tomorrow we really see Ashton and Thor and Dez and all those guys on the defensive line, our linebackers getting in there and getting some pressure. We just got to make sure that, we can't let Haynes King run all over us. That's his strength as far as what sets him apart from a lot of other quarterbacks is his legs. But we need to make sure that if he's going to do damage to us, it's going to be in the air, and I don't see that happening with our secondary and what we have back there.
D. Wall says we got to shut down the quick pass game too. I'm apparently
I kind of treat that like running game almost,
sure.
Like those short passes.
Sure. Let me go ahead. We're waiting for Sam. He is trying to log in right now. Let me log out back in. Make them do things that are uncomfortable. I like that. Try the new link as well. There he is. There he is. What's good, Sam?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what was the question, Joey?
What does
Louisville need to do to defeat Georgia Tech tomorrow?
Score points, take care of the ball. Nah, but for real though, make them one dimensional, and that means make Haynes King have to be the best passer he can be.
That's what that's what I said. Make him throw the ball 35 to 45 times. If you take the running game away from him and make him have to beat you through the air.
Because as long as they can have the run pass option, they're gonna find ways to get their playmakers the ball, mostly in the running backs, because their wide receivers also. They find ways to get their playmakers the ball, basically, and it comes in in a variety of different ways. So if you take away their options to do all those trick runs and things like that, and you make him have to be a drop back passer for most of the game, Louisville wins. But that comes with us taking care of the ball and putting up points on offense.
So they are, as I stated earlier, they are averaging 179 yards of rushing per game, and we're averaging nearly 100 yards more rushing per game. They've only turned the ball over once this year. We haven't turned it over at all yet, which we expect that to change within the next few weeks anyway. I mean, we're playing better competition. It is what it is, but I'm absolutely might be a blitz party from Ron English, says Uncle Larry. Casey says got to make sure Haynes doesn't run. Jacksonville State quarterback ran all over us in the first half. Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, but that's adjustments. And I don't know, last year, what do we average? Our defense was one of the better run defenses in the country.
Yes.
I mean, 70 to 80 yards a game we averaged giving up. So, it just those first 2 games, again, it's like preseason, right? Guys are getting back into the swing of things. Now, this is week 1. This is week.
Yes. And I think if we average giving up 80 yards a game, that sounds more like video game numbers, but it was very, very low.
It was under 100.
Yeah, it was under 100, and you take into account that we didn't do too well against the team of the road. in
Never
the
heard
run
of
game.
them.
The last 3-4 games we didn't do too well at all in the run game. So and we still managed to be one of the top in terms of Russian defense. So that says that shows that they were really solid for
Uh,
3 quarters of the year.
for sure. Walter Hell says Georgia Tech, and he's from Atlanta. He would know. Georgia Tech is looking at this game as a revenge game for not stopping Louisville from taking the win last year. That game last year was very, very nerve wracking in the first half, but as everybody knows, we kind of took control going forward, and that game didn't seem to really be in question in the second. I mean, I wasn't nervous once we got started last year, but I get exactly what you're saying, Walter. For sure, I'm not going to take this team lightly. I don't suggest anybody does. Sam, what I guess my next question is, what does Georgia Tech have to do to be able to upset the Cards?
Forced turnovers. We've seen Louisville be able, albeit against uh, inferior. That's not what I wanted to say. Lesser talent.
Same thing.
I know, but it sounds different. But they were able to run the ball at will, like you said, over 200 yards. Tyler Shuck has been able to play from a clean pocket for most of the game. So their best bet is to get kind of things mucked up, force turnovers, and I don't want to say make Louisville dimensional because I think Tyler Shuck is a type of quarterback that if he's back there passing because he has to, he can beat you. I don't say the same thing for Georgia Tech's quarterback.
99.8 is what we finished last year.
I knew it was just like
But
slightly,
like Sam said,
but
the last 3 or 4 games of the year that inflated that number quite a bit. At one point, it was right around 78 or 80 yards a game.
Bubba Ray says, "Go Cards beat Purdue." Don't know what he's on right now, but as Dalton just texted me and reminded me, I was going to say this. I'm glad he did remind me of this. Georgia Tech's pass rush is not very good.
5 sacks.
It's yeah, and we alluded to that by the 5 sacks comment. So I really feel like, for me, I didn't get to answer. Joey, let me ask you the second question, then I'll answer them both myself. What does Georgia Tech have to do, other than what Sam said, in order to pull off an upset tomorrow?
This may be unpopular to most, but I don't think there's anything they can do.
Okay.
I mean, no, think about it. Like Sam just said, if you shut down the run game, and the way that we have protected Shuck, pretty well, for the first 2 games, and again, it was against lower level talent, but he can beat you with his arm, and we got the guys to catch the ball and make plays. If you try to take away the pass, we've got 4 guys that can put 100 yards up each. I just really don't see what they can do. And of course, I've changed my opinion on Georgia Tech since the beginning of the year. I still think they're a solid team. But what I've seen so far, and again, lower level talent, but what I've seen so far from our team, and this is without Colin Lacey, just with what we already have on the field, I think we're a lot better than I thought we were going into the season. I thought we were, a good team. I don't think Georgia Tech can beat us.
Okay, that's fair enough. So first off, what does Louisville need to defeat Georgia Tech? Impose the running game like they had been, protect our quarterback, limit turnovers, like Sam said. The thing that makes me a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Skeptical. It was because the last time I felt this good about beating Georgia Tech, they come to Louisville and beat us by 60. Their Twitter account, their team Twitter account was tweeting crap talk to us after the game, like, "Well, the plane touchdown at the airport. There's the 10th touchdown of the night by Georgia Tech," and it was like it was.
That was the last year of Bobby, right?
Yeah,
I think that was the last year of Bobby.
Should have been if it wasn't.
Yeah, they only ran the ball. They only threw the ball like 3 times, I believe.
I want to say it was a airplane carrier that said something about, "Hey, Georgia Tech, we get you covered back to Atlanta because you got the ground covered here." So
There were two of them. That's absolutely correct. That was, I think, maybe FedEx or UPS. I don't think it was
been,
UPS.
yeah.
Had to have been FedEx. That was a painful game, said Bubba. We definitely must.
2019.
I don't remember what year it was exactly.
I was working at Derby City in Fairdale. I remember that.
It was definitely since 2017 because we were living here in this house.
Yeah, it was
when that. We went to that. I actually went to that game. Me and Teresa took our niece to the game for her first Louisville game.
No, it's 2018.
And what a show! What a show!
2018.
She hadn't went back since. It's crazy. So that's the only reason I'm a little worried about going all in on because you can say what you want to. They did beat the number 10 team in the country to start off the season. They've looked decent against other schools. This is definitely Anthony Easton says 2018.
I changed it to 2018.
Okay. I don't want to be, we're going to blow them out, guy, or we're just barely going to beat them. But if you all go to cardinalsportzone.com, I did a podcast with my guy, TJ Pittenger from Florida State. He hit me up early in the week and was like, I'd really like to preview the Georgia Tech game with you. We talked. I predicted an 8 or 9 point victory for Louisville. I do think it's going to be, I want to be wrong. But let me let you know, this is how it's going to go. If we win by 8 points, we're probably right where I think we are going into, from, as Sam said, to impoverished team. No, he didn't say that. To really whack team. No, that's not what he said either. Whatever it was that Sam said. Sam, did you know Sean's missing tonight because he's got a swollen wrist?
Oh, hey, the story writes itself.
I mean, you couldn't get a better storyline for Sean than him missing a podcast from a bruised wrist.
And they Bashir banned one of the adult sites here in Kentucky, so it wasn't from that site.
No.
So he can't drive one-handed. Is he one of those sticklers that has to drive with two hands?
Man, he went to work. You know, he went to work.
Yeah.
He got sent home from work and had to go to the doctor. I'm not going to tell any more of his business.
He got carpal tunnel.
He got, I think the technical term is betophitis. BEATOF.
Well, it depends on which part of the county you're from. From where I'm from, it's beat-offitis.
Gosh, dang it. There's a reason we try to disguise it. No, Bubba.
Those aren't bad words.
Lacey is not back yet. We are expecting him Notre Dame game at the earliest. I feel like that's the narrative going around. That's also what I've been told. Maybe next week. Do we play Notre Dame next week?
Yes.
That's the next game.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna be the, and Kate, there went Casey from all the porn watching on the iPad. Thanks, Case. We can always count on somebody to make this a non-PG show.
That's basically what I said earlier.
Yeah. No, Sean got him a super box this past weekend from Tom Jeffries.
Oh, did he?
And has been on the adult only zone on that box. So
that's the only box he's ever been close to.
Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all next time on the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast.
Or will we?
Will we ever be back?
You know what? I want my own show like DP. It won't be the typical sports show. And we may have to run it at like 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I got the perfect name for it. Canceled with Joe Wamman.
Hey.
I think that
is that what they say when people they're gonna cancel? Yeah, cancel.
Yeah, cancel.
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
But
you might want to trademark that right now.
Hey, no, listen. The emblem's gonna be the word canceled with an X through it.
I like it. You know, all jokes aside, I did send an email to Sirius XM trying to figure out what we would have to do to get a channel, a 24-hour channel on Sirius XM. So I'm looking for, we could put something like that on Sirius XM.
Hey, if we get Sirius XM,
let's get Sirius XM for a second.
X. Yeah.
Hey, look, you and Sam put the X in XM.
I'd have a field day on that show.
Casey's laughing. Garrett's laughing at what we said.
They'd watch too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Brian says, shout out to DP's first show today. It was really good. Yeah. That's something we've been working on. I'm trying to get a a variety of shows on the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. It's not really a network when it's only 3 shows and they're all 3 my shows. So Dalton's got one that he started today. I thought it was a fantastic episode. Those will run every Friday. Those should be out by noon every Friday. Bubba Ray says, yes, I can't wait to tune into Joe Unchained. Heck yeah. And I'm trying to get other people to get their own type of shows out and have ideas. And people are some people are jokes aside, Higgy's working on a restaurant review show.
But how can he do that if he's in Nashville?
Well, I mean, there's restaurants in Nashville.
Yeah, but you want to review the restaurants in the city.
Well, that's true, but he'll pop up here anytime Megan lets him.
Oh, she don't listen. Don't worry.
Well,
She don't listen.
No, she
Them to be fighting words right there.
Higgy ain't even listening.
fighting or truthful words, whichever one you say. In Sean's world, DP means something else.
Don't play.
You know Higgy's in bed right now, but
Good
when he
F and
wakes up in the
believable.
morning, this would be the first thing he listened to.
That's fine. He told me he was going to hop on here tonight because Sean
Oh.
wasn't here. So I'm pretty disappointed.
With about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, he'll hop on and we'll see him in his
Hey.
backyard walking around.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
It'll be something like I got to make sure he's not in the waiting room when we
It
get in.
doesn't matter.
Sam had some issues.
He knows what we do.
Unbelievable, says Wes. So Higgy's not coming. Neither
Whoa.
is Sean. Let's see. Did it unbelieve it? Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Well, okay. Sorry. I get distracted. Jerry's in here. Gary's in here. Sorry, messed up your name. I apologize. Miss Shayna in the building. What's up? Casey says, Wes, you beat me to it. So as far as upsetting the Cards, I don't think that happens. James Gartland in the building. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining us tonight. I love these Friday night shows. I like the Sunday shows where we can talk about what happened, but the Friday shows, we kind of streamline the group a little bit. It's just me, Sean, Sam, and Joey, and it's more concise. It's more of a breakdown type show. Hello. So let's talk about the sponsors really quick. And I got some big news to share with you all. Shoot 360, a premier state-of-the-art basketball training facility with highly skilled trainers. Call 515-6556. Sign up today. Great value all around. And if you go to shoot360.com, you can even pre-register for a free workout. Yeet. Come to Shoot 360, the world's most advanced basketball training facility. If you've not got to be there yet, listen, oh my God, Garrett said his kitchen smells amazing. His peach cobbler is going to be fire. I'm so mad. Is Facebook allowed? Yes, Facebook is allowed, even though we wish you would tune in on YouTube. It helps us out a little more, but it is what it is. But if you've not got to Shoot 360 yet, there is an opportunity. September the 29th from 4 to 7, free admission. They're having their 1-year anniversary open house. There's going to be appearances by the men's and women's basketball team. There's going to be raffles, including a signed Steph Curry jersey. Special membership offers and promos. Guile Sports Cards, Tables, and Trades will be there. My man Charles Tilley is going to be there with a strength and agility demonstration. And the biggest prize and reason to show up, Sam, Sean, Joey, myself, live podcast at Shoot 360, where we'll talk to Charles Tilley. We'll get my man Dean on there and Peyton Siva to talk a little bit about what's going on before it opens to the public. So normally we would start the show off that Sunday talking Notre Dame. We're going to start it off talking Shoot 360, then get into Notre Dame.
And then I'll get into getting a tea time.
Then you'll get into getting a tea time.
Yeah.
Brian McGlasses says, can we have Ben Perry, Spy Haynes King? Let's see.
Listen,
I'll text Jeff later. See if
it might be Antonio Watts.
Maybe. Jeff who?
Brom.
Oh, Brian. Okay. Bubba says, whoa, heck yeah, Garrett. And Robbie says, y'all can keep the pumpkin spice for sure. Cherry picking a hoops-themed cold-pressed juice and smoothie bar, inspiring you to take what's good. It's conveniently located at 828 East Main Street behind the local seltzery. Tell them Cardinal Sports Zone sent you for 15% off your total order. If you're in the market for no pun intended. If you're in the market for some exercise equipment, what, Joey?
No, I just like, I don't know if you saw that the Cherry Pickens kicking off tomorrow, their 1 year anniversary, like the week. They've got some
I didn't realize Cherry Picking and Shoot 360 opened right around
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to make sure we threw that out there as well. They got a 1, 3, and 5 mile run going tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. But like you said, 828 East Main Street, they're kicking off their 1 year anniversary, starting tomorrow, the festivities with the pit stop runners, and they'll have a run walk at 9 a.m.
All right, there you go. If you are in the market, no pun intended, for some exercise equipment, hit up our friends Chris and Sarah at Fitness Market. The phone number is 502-882-2694. As I've told y'all a million times, they have. I'm a big guy, and they have great equipment that's very durable. I've not broke any of it yet. Wes Key says, wish he could make the game, and unfortunately he had to work. They didn't cancel. Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I know you're looking forward to it. But hit them up, Fitness Market. Tell them I sent you. They'll take really good care of you. Four Pegs Beer Lounge. I got Chris out at 1053 Goss Avenue. Enjoy their weekly specials such as Wings Day. $20 all you can eat jumbo smoked wings at $1.25 per wing all day long. Thursdays, it's the Ribs Days. Come and get the best ribs in the Ville for just $25 all you can eat, or $2 a rib all day long.
$2 a bone.
Collision Corkscrew Tailgaters. It's almost time. It's behind the Ellen Paul, 2745 Crittenden Drive. Shout out to Bill, Garrett, Rhino, Craig, Kevin, Doc, and the crew. Rest in peace, Corrito.
Did you say Rhino? You did, didn't you?
Yeah. And shout out to our guy Rick Cooper out at Glow Brands and Planet Fitness. We appreciate. Man, he's got us all looking. Did Sam wear his shirt? You got your polo on, Sam, or are you just chilling? Well, me and Joey dressed the part tonight, so we got our fancy new Adidas polos.
My Adidas.
And we appreciate. And before I forget,
you catch me out tomorrow with it, though.
How about that?
For sure. Catch him outside. How about that? Oh my God, Wes Brocky's wife's making a crustless cheesecake. Isn't it?
I know.
They sell bowls of cheesecake filling
and crust
at Kroger and Walmart.
Yeah, but that don't matter. They sell peach cobbler at Walmart.
Wes, I'm gonna need you to listen, I'm gonna be here at the house until about 1:00 tomorrow. I'm gonna need a piece of that cheesecake. You're gonna have to get her working early in the morning. 2
pieces of that cheesecake.
I'm gonna need 3 pieces of that cheesecake. But shout out to all the
one cheesecake for the CSZ podcast crew.
Right. There you go.
Entire cheesecake. Absolutely. Anthony says, I think McDonald has a big game tomorrow. I can see that. But again, shout out to Rick Cooper, Glow Brands, Planet Fitness. We appreciate the swag. We are going to, so those of y'all that are interested, and we're going to model these for you next week, because we should have them by next week. We did get a deal done with Lids to get hats done. Now they're not going to be, we got a discount on a bulk order. We get a discount on bulk orders, but if y'all want a CSZ hat, you just need, I know it's homemade. I need you to bring me some homemade cheesecake tomorrow.
Just one pie.
I just need 2 cheesecakes.
We need to get a pie for Sean.
We went. Oh God. For sure. Speaking of our great sponsors at Rally House, our house, your house, Rally House, Lisa D, Rico, Amanda, and the crew. Appreciate you all hooking up the wifey. She come in this week and got the Cardinal Sports Zone discount and came home with a bunch of gear. We appreciate y'all. Gonna try to work on getting y'all a discount code. Back to Lids real quick. I know I jumped ahead because I got excited about the cheesecake comment. If you all do want Cardinal Sports Zone hats, we're going to show you what we'll have to offer next week. Hopefully next Friday night, we'll have them. We'll see if you all are interested. You will have to email me or DM me or text me. Now, we're not getting the polos made. I wish we could. We're not that deep in yet. Maybe if there's enough of a request, we can do that. That's Bubba. I'm not reading that comment.
Don't read the one by Aaron either.
What did Aaron? Oh gosh, a cream pie for Sean. Well, that's.
We don't want Sean to get cream pied.
No. Well, yeah, we do. Well, no. Do you smell what is cooking?
No, did he?
No
If
Diddy.
West was here, West would say
Gosh,
no Diddy.
no Diddy or no Unk.
Talking about the Batman's greatest new enemy, the Diddler, instead of the Riddler. I wish I could Photoshop. I was about to do that earlier in the week, but I was like, I can't Photoshop. So, but Bubba says that's the only way Sean will, and then uses some terminology I can't say on the air. Mossy Oak Properties. If you're in the market to buy or sell farms, land, recreational, or residential areas in the state of Kentucky, let Paul or one of their teams of professionals at Mossy Oak and Hart Realty help you with your buying and selling needs. Call Paul at 270-537-4422 or email him at pthomas@mossyoakproperties.com. Mossy Oak, we know land. Haha, we done went to Joe After Dark podcast. In the middle of the show, we did. We kind of did.
I love it.
All right, so everybody is Sean even ready for pie in the rock voice? Gosh dang it.
Yeah, he's been.
You all need the unfiltered Sirius XM shows. I don't disagree.
Yeah, we do.
James Gartland says, Joey, the dude in the white shirt looks just like Triple H. That's not the first time he's heard that.
It's time to play the game.
Not the first time he's heard that. That's the little brother, though. The little big brother, as he is in my phone. But back to lids. I've bounced off of lids 2 or 3 times. Casey, I'm not giving Joey a big head. He was born with it. Lids. If you want a hat, make sure you text me, DM me. After the show next week, I believe we're going to have a gray one, a black one, a red one, and a camo one that we're going to offer. So
I didn't know that there was a camo one or camo option. Love camo hats.
Camo. Well, I mean, we might be able to add another one to the order. I've already paid for them for the cruise hats. Cooper got the polos. I got the hats. But yeah, it's going to be, you all have asked for hats. We want to give those. We want to get those to you all. And because we've already bought a bulk amount of them. The cool thing about lids is everything that we buy going forward counts towards the bulk price. So we will pass those savings along to you all. Instead of charging you all like $40 a hat, we'll be able to get them to you all for probably $30. Or I don't know what the prices are, so I may be lowballing myself right now. But it is. Bubba
The older
says,
I get, the more lowballing I do.
Gosh dang it. Bubba says it is after dark. All right, let's prediction time. People on the text line, shoot your predictions in the text line. I'll read them in a second. I'm going to go to Sean's first because Tom Jeffries gave him carpal tunnel. So that sounded wrong. I apologize. 34-21 U of L victory, he said. We can't get them that quick, Casey. We don't even have the prototypes back yet. So Sean's saying 34-21. Joey, what say you?
I'm going 41-20. I think we can move the ball both levels, pass and run. I don't think that they're going to be able to get enough pressure to hamper us on offense. And I think our defense shows up tomorrow. I think we can put pressure on Haynes King. We can limit their running game, and I think we rout them.
And your score was what?
41-20.
All right, 41-20. The over-under for this game is sitting right now at 56.5. Cards by 10. Sam, what is your prediction?
Cards 34, Yellow Jacket 17.
Okay, so I believe I said on TJ's show 34-27. So that's what my head tells me. 34-27. My heart tells me it's going to be like 52-20. So I know there's a lot of. I hate doing that because it sounds like I'm petering out, but it's literally the way that the way that my head's going right now. I'm trying to still be cautious because I still don't know for sure what Louisville team we have. If we have the Louisville team that I think we have, it's going to be the 52-20. If it's still not clear because we've not played enough competition yet, I won't know what Louisville team we have until after the Notre Dame game. I'm just very practical. We got some people and some of them that are in this chat that predict 13-0 every year, and I just can't do that. I've got to have some logic behind it. So I've not seen enough, and then I have seen enough deficiencies against weaker opponents that make me iffy and wonder about better competition. So, I got to pick one. I'm going 34-27 Louisville.
I think that has to do with what we've talked about in previous weeks, where we don't believe that the full playbook has been let out, so that can create the illusion that we have certain deficiencies. When again, it's more of a. I think our red-white scrimmage was probably more competition than the first two games.
Very fair, very fair.
So it's just like two more preseason games, scrimmages, things like that. But yeah, I'm going all in on this team.
What?
I'm going all in.
Okay. All right. So you're going what again?
The score or
score.
41-20.
41-20 Joey.
5 touchdowns, 2 field goals.
Sean was 34-21 Louisville. Sam, you were
34-17.
Okay, and I went 34-27, but since Sean picked 34 and he's never right, I'm going to go.
How do you even get 34 points, though?
7, 14, 21, 28, and 4 touchdowns, 3
okay.
2
4
field
touchdowns,
goals.
2 field goals.
So I'm going to go 37. 28.
Go ahead, another field goal.
Yeah. I have to. So because I cannot, and I did say I thought in my heart that it was going to be a 9-point game or less. So that puts me at 9, right? So we'll do that. Brian McGlasson's predicting 38-24.
So you would pick Georgia Tech in the points if you were betting.
I don't bet, so I don't even know.
No, I'm saying if you were.
If you were.
I don't know what that means.
Georgia Tech
taking the points. I don't know what taking the points means.
10-point underdog.
Right.
So if you were going to bet, you would, if you think that Louisville's only going to win by 9, you would actually bet on Georgia Tech
and the points.
Take the 10 points.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. So
I just told you.
I know, but I don't. I don't want to know what that means because I don't want to get stuck into DraftKings.
I don't bet either. I just know what it means.
Basically, it's the reverse of saying Louisville is a 10-point favorite, so you're going to take the spread. You think Louisville will cover?
I wish Sean would take the spread.
Don't we all?
Right. I bet Sean wishes he would take the spread.
He just wishes there was something spread other than butter on his toast in the morning.
And this has been a great last episode of the. No, I'm just kidding. Casey Muntz, 41-24 Cards. D-Wall beats 42-36. Wes Keys agrees with Joey. Of course, Wes Keys, the ultimate optimist. Shut 300 yards plus passing, 3 touchdowns. I think that's a pretty easy predict. I'm not trying to clown on Wes, but I think that's he's averaging 290 yards passing per game. So
I think of our 5 touchdowns, 3 of them come on the ground, and didn't mean it that way, but I just made myself laugh. We have 3 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns. Not we come 3 times on the ground, 3 touchdowns come on the ground and 3 in the air.
We're so canceled.
I didn't. No. I legit didn't mean it that way, but I made myself laugh because I heard what.
Nobody even noticed it till after you started laughing.
I noticed it, and I couldn't help myself from laughing. But anyway,
D-Wall Beat says they get a fluke touchdown late for the cover. Wes Brocky says has to play 4 full quarters to win the game. Well, that's any game you have to play 4.
Well, no, Kentucky didn't have to play 4 full quarters to win that game against was it Southern Miss? They only played part of the 3rd quarter, and then they called the game.
Did they? They didn't finish that game?
No. Called it.
I didn't know that. But I don't know. Brian says 40% of the Georgia Tech hype is beating the name Florida State. Bubba Ray Dudley says Shuck can use more of the playbook, so we'll see. Tom Jeffries, 45-17 Cards.
I like it.
Garrett Hoover, 44-17 Cards.
Uh-huh.
Aaron Walker said 38-21 Cards.
Yeah.
I want to say 52-20 Cards, but I just don't have that. I don't have, and it's not anything against the football team. I just have to see logic. I've got to see facts being dropped down. And shout out to our guy, Marcus Maben. He is also live right now. So after we're done, hop on with him. Or if you're watching him now, hop on with us. Whatever.
Marcus almost died today.
He did?
Yeah, he he had too much caffeine, dude. Like so he had somebody get him a coffee. They got him a regular coffee with a double shot of espresso in it and something else. He was like on a legit caffeine high to where he felt horrible. He's like, I gotta, like, this is not good. Yeah. So Marcus had a rough morning.
52-20. No, I got to stick with my gun. I got to stick with my guns. What did I say?
37.
37-27. No, 36-27.
37-28.
No. 20.
You said 9 points. You had 34, and then you added a field goal, so that's 37. You said it was 9 points, so that'd be 28.
Okay. No, Casey, not reading that out. West Key says, is Brown Ball on ESPN2? I think he's going to air it all the way out for sure. That's all the predictions. Want to make sure y'all are supporting all of our photographers, TJ Barr, Jeff Nunn, Justin Kruger, Bar None, no pun intended, the best in the area. Shout out to all of our fine sponsors, and we'll still take y'all's predictions all the way to the end of the show, just doing the wrap-up part of the show. Fine sponsors such as Fitness Market, Four Peg Smokehouse, the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House. If you'd like to sponsor the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, look at the bottom left-hand corner for the email, my email, on how you can approach us to become one of our fine sponsors. We've always got room for more. You can follow us on all the social medias. Those are listed below Joey right now on the bottom right-hand side. The social media is how you can keep in contact with the show. It's on YouTube. It's on Twitter. It's on Facebook. You can find the audio version on all the, which is where we get the majority of our hits, on over 130 podcast avenues in all: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe, like the heart button plus, or whatever Sean did to bruise his wrist. No, don't do that. That won't, but it will download directly to your phone, which is pretty cool. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, and go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place that I'll begin. Hit the podcast drop-down menu and select the CSZ Podcast. Shout out to everyone out there who's sharing the podcast. We appreciate you all. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. It's a Friday night. It's late. We know y'all could be asleep. Y'all had other things to do. We appreciate you joining us. Shout out to our guys, Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work Monday through Friday from 10 to noon on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Support our friends at the 502 Circle, Dan Furman and company. They're doing a lot of great stuff. They've had a couple of good. They did a Keeping It 100 with Quincy Riley that was awesome this week. Go Line with Bilal Powell. Harry Douglas is doing something with them too. The name of it escapes me at the moment. Mel beat Trinity and Central beat Undefeated Bullet East tonight too. But stay tuned on our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube to be alerted anytime we go live. On social media, you can find me at Jeremy_CSZ. You can find Sam at
Baseboy124.
You can find Joey at
Joe Wallman 526.
I think you need to change yours to Ultimate Ooze 526. Just saying.
I'm just going to change it to Acknowledge Me in a 1.
Acknowledge Me 1. Last words. We'll go ahead, Joey. No, Sam, you go first. Joey gets to go last on the last words. Sam, what are your last words for the evening?
Show up tomorrow. Show up early. Show up loud. Stay late. Let's make, because I've been hearing Georgia Tech is, like you say, not only a revenge game, but they're looking at this more like a championship game to show and prove that they have arrived. So let's go ahead and, like I say, show up late, show up loud, make an impact, and let's rattle them. Let's show them that they might have beat number 10 Florida State, but that Florida State ain't Florida State right now. But this is Louisville, so go Cards.
It sure ain't. And Brian brings us up. Shout out to women's volleyball. We're going to talk about them on Sunday. However, let's really quickly acknowledge them. They took down the Kitty Cats on Wednesday.
4th year in a row.
On this Sunday. Now, what time is that? I wonder.
I think it's 2 or 4.
All right, so directly after our show on Sunday, which it will be the first ever nationally televised regular season game on ABC, Coach Busboom faces isn't it her former coach? Did she play there too, Sam? I think she played at Nebraska, didn't
Nebraska. I think she coached. I think she coached there.
Well, it's exciting. Whatever the case may be, this is like our 6th top 10 opponent already this year, with our only loss coming at Penn State. Hopefully, we can keep the momentum up against the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, she played there and was an assistant there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. Tom Jeffrey says it's at 12:30 Sunday. Oh, that would put us in quite the pickle, but we'll always turn it on in the background. Y'all can, if you're not going, you can listen to us
and watch them
and watch them as well. Appreciate everybody's time per usual. Set the attendance record and win. I agree. I love that stuff.
It is 12:30.
Okay, it's 12:30. Joey?
Maryland sucks. They're trash.
Facts.
Spay or neuter your pets. And in honor of our injured colleague, it's Merkin season in the Ville.
Do we don't have to worry about spaying or neutering Sean, though. He's
no, your pets.
He's self-neutered.
Man, what a hard knock life for him.
It's definitely a hard knock life for him.
We need to get him to a Diddy party. Oh, they can't have those no more.
You know, Sean was so excited last week. He told me he got an invitation to a Diddy party.
Well, that's because Diddy knew where he was about to head. He's like, well,
did he? Did he? But really quick to wrap up on the women's volleyball team, the reason why it's so important we get these big wins early in the season is because we have a chance to host the entire NCAA tournament at home. The Final Four is here. The championship game also would be here. And if we finish well enough in the regular season, we could get a top 4 seed and possibly host all the way leading up to that. So let's continue. Support the team. It's once you go once, you'll never not want to go again. So it's fun. My last words are this. First off, shout out to our guy, our brother, our friend, Nolan Smith, officially announced as the assistant coach at Memphis. Joey read his mind. Okay. Wes said you read his mind.
Cool.
Joey said water.
What are you talking about?
Shout out
John
to
in the Diddy party.
Oh, the Diddy party. Okay.
What, Wes wanted to go to one?
And that's
uneffing believable.
That's pretty believable. But shout out to Nolan, man. He without saying a whole lot, this summer has been hard for him. This is where he was assuming he was going to be all along. So shout out to him. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. I want to give a special shout out to Tanya, Jen, and Sarah for taking great care of me Monday. I had a medical procedure on Monday. They took very good care of me. I was laying in the bed getting prepped for the procedure. And Tanya actually graduated high school with, and she come in and was like, I thought that was you. I heard you, recognize your voice. Tanya Aubrey was her name.
Huh.
Do you remember that name?
No.
She was like one of the smartest girls at school. And then Jen and Sarah both, it was kind of like that 1-2 punch. You had like Jen was the mother figure. I was like, calm down, you'll be okay. And then Sarah was like the feisty little sister that we've never had, but she was like, she was just very, very feisty and mouthy and reminded me a lot of myself. But they took
that
very
1-2 punch, huh?
It was a 1-2 punch, and it made me feel really good. Their service was a real hole-in-one, Joey. Who wrote that? Did Higgy write that? It was a slam dunk, a home run.
Oh.
Shoot 360. Me, Sean, Joey, and Sam will be there for sure. You never know who else might pop in. Yeah, I thought that was fun.
Playing golf in the morning. I'm going to try to knock one right down the middle and get a hole-in-one.
See you guys Sunday at 1 p.m. for the recap of Georgia Tech and what is coming in the next week, upcoming the next week. We won't tell you the other one. We hope you all enjoyed this week. Hope you enjoyed the game tomorrow. See you Sunday. Until next time, thank you for all the support. We love you all. This has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Thanks, Robbie. I'm glad I'm here too, buddy. Appreciate you guys. Where's the right logo? Where's the right logo? Hey.
I took a massive dump today.